Did anyone truly expect the entire nation to stop breathing for a single moment? Did anyone predict that one step onto a red carpet could send shockwaves across Korea, dominate global headlines, and ignite millions of conversations within seconds? Yet that is exactly what happened today when Jungkook of BTS appeared, and in one breathtaking instant, the atmosphere shifted from anticipation to absolute hysteria. The red carpet was already dazzling under the flash of relentless cameras. Celebrities had walked before him, each dressed in couture, each greeted with applause and admiration. But there was a different energy in the air, a quiet tension that felt almost electric. Fans lined the barricades hours before the event began. Reporters whispered into microphones. Even industry veterans glanced repeatedly toward the entrance as if waiting for something monumental. They were not just waiting for a star. They were waiting for Jungkook. And then it happened. A black vehicle rolled forward slowly, deliberately, as though aware of the magnitude of the moment it was about to deliver. The door opened. For a split second there was silence. Not the absence of sound, but the kind of silence that exists right before an explosion. Jungkook stepped out and Korea erupted. He did not simply wear an outfit, he unveiled a statement. Dressed in a tailored ensemble that perfectly balanced modern sophistication with subtle rebellion, Jungkook commanded attention without appearing to demand it. The silhouette was sharp, sculpted to accentuate his proportions, yet fluid enough to move with effortless grace. The fabric caught the light with every step, revealing a deep, almost mysterious sheen that shifted between charcoal and midnight blue. It was minimal at first glance, but the details told a different story. Fans immediately noticed the cut of the blazer. It was structured but daring, hugging his shoulders in a way that emphasized his strong frame. The lapels were slightly elongated, creating a vertical line that enhanced his height and presence. Underneath, instead of a traditional shirt, he wore a subtly textured top that hinted at boldness without overpowering the look. It was a deliberate deviation from red carpet norms. It was refined but not predictable. But the true secret was not just in the clothing. It was in how he wore it. Jungkook's posture was calm yet commanding. His gaze, steady and confident, scanned the crowd without hesitation. There was no sign of nervousness, no trace of uncertainty. Instead, there was a quiet assurance that suggested he knew exactly what he was doing. Every step was measured, every turn for the cameras was intentional. He did not rush, he allowed the moment to breathe. And that is what set him apart. Stylists across Korea are already dissecting the look. Fashion critics are calling it one of the most impactful red carpet appearances in recent memory. Social media exploded within minutes, with hashtags related to Jungkook climbing to the top of trending charts. Red Carpet King, global icon Jungkook, and Korea's main event flooded timelines. Fans shared screenshots, slow-motion clips, and zoomed-in images, analyzing every angle, every accessory, every subtle expression. Ah yes, the accessories. Jungkook chose them sparingly but strategically. A pair of understated earrings glinted beneath his dark hair, adding just enough edge to the polished ensemble. Rings adorned his fingers, catching the camera flashes like tiny sparks of fire. Nothing was excessive. Nothing felt random. Each piece enhanced the narrative he was telling without uttering a single word. And then there was his hair. Styled in a way that perfectly framed his face, his hair carried a soft yet controlled texture. It was neither overly styled nor too casual. The balance was precise. The slight volume at the crown created dimension, while the natural movement added approachability. Combined with his flawless complexion and subtly defined features, the overall effect was magnetic. Netizens quickly began asking the question that echoed across every platform: what is the secret? Was it the designer? Was it the stylist's genius? Was it months of preparation? Or was it something deeper, something that cannot be purchased or manufactured? The truth is, Jungkook's red carpet impact goes beyond fabric and tailoring. It is transformation. Over the years, the world has watched him evolve from the youngest member of BTS into a global powerhouse. The innocence of his debut days has matured into a refined charisma that feels both natural and unstoppable. Today's appearance was not just about fashion. It was a visual representation of growth, of confidence earned through experience, of an artist who understands his power and chooses to wield it with elegance. Observers noted the subtle intensity in his eyes. There was warmth when he smiled at fans, but there was also depth. A complexity that hinted at everything he has endured and achieved. That emotional layering translated visually. It gave the outfit weight, meaning, context. Industry insiders revealed that Jungkook is known for being highly involved in his styling decisions. He does not simply accept what is handed to him. He discusses concepts. He evaluates silhouettes. He considers how an outfit aligns with his current artistic identity. If that is true, then tonight's look was not accidental. It was curated to reflect a specific chapter in his journey. And what a chapter it appears to be. Some fans speculated that the darker tones symbolized a new era. Others pointed out that the subtle edginess mirrored his evolving musical direction. Could this be a hint, a teaser, a visual clue about what is coming next? The mystery only intensifies the fascination. As Jungkook paused for interviews, his voice was calm and articulate. He expressed gratitude, smiled shyly at certain compliments, yet maintained that undeniable aura of confidence. It is this duality that continues to captivate the public. He is approachable yet untouchable, soft-spoken yet commanding, youthful yet undeniably powerful. One fashion editor described his appearance as controlled fire. It was not loud. It did not rely on outrageous elements. Instead, it burned steadily, drawing people in until they realized they could not look away. The red carpet photographers, seasoned professionals accustomed to capturing A-list stars, seemed particularly energized. They called his name repeatedly, requesting different angles. Jungkook obliged with subtle shifts of posture, slight tilts of the head, a gentle narrowing of the eyes. Each micro-movement produced a completely different image. It was almost cinematic. Behind the glamour, however, lies discipline. Maintaining such a polished presence requires dedication. From physical conditioning to skincare routines, from vocal training to mental resilience, Jungkook's preparation extends far beyond the day of the event. Insiders often speak about his meticulous work ethic, the way he rehearses tirelessly, the way he analyzes performances. That same meticulousness appears to extend to his public appearances. Nothing feels careless. Even the packing of his walk seemed intentional. Not too fast, not too slow, a rhythm that allowed cameras to capture every detail without making it feel staged. He knew exactly when to pause, exactly when to turn, exactly when to flash that soft yet powerful smile that sent fans into collective meltdown. And then, perhaps the most talked-about moment of the night occurred. As he reached the center of the carpet, Jungkook briefly placed his hand over his heart and bowed slightly toward the fans. It was simple, respectful, sincere, but in that gesture the frenzy transformed into something emotional. Cheers became teary screams, comment sections filled with messages about humility and gratitude. Because at the core of all the glamour, that is what truly resonates. Authenticity. In an industry often criticized for artificiality, Jungkook's presence feels grounded. Even at the height of spectacle, there is a sense that he remains connected to the people who support him. That connection amplifies every appearance. It turns fashion into narrative. It transforms style into storytelling. Korean media outlets are already labeling the event as one of the most unforgettable red carpet moments of the year. Headlines emphasize the word shock, but not in controversy, in awe, in admiration, in disbelief at how a single appearance could dominate conversation so completely. International fans joined the celebration instantly. Within minutes, clips were circulating globally. Translations of his short interviews appeared in multiple languages. Fashion accounts from Paris to New York reposted images, praising the refined minimalism. Analysts noted how seamlessly he bridges Eastern and Western fashion sensibilities, creating a look that feels universally impactful. This is not merely celebrity influence. It is cultural power. Jungkook stands at a rare intersection of music, fashion, and global visibility. His red carpet appearance today reinforced that position. Brands are undoubtedly paying attention. Designers are undoubtedly taking notes. Because when Jungkook wears something, it does not simply trend, it becomes a moment. And yet, perhaps the most fascinating aspect is how effortless he makes it seem. Fans who have followed his journey remember the shy teenager who once stood quietly behind his older members. Today, that same individual commands one of the largest stages in the country with a single glance. The transformation is profound, but it never feels forced. It feels earned. So what is the real secret behind Jungkook's red carpet explosion? Is it the tailoring? Yes, partially. Is it the styling? Certainly. Is it his visuals? Undeniably. But above all, it is confidence rooted in authenticity, growth without arrogance, power without aggression, elegance without distance. As the event concluded and Jungkook disappeared inside, the red carpet felt different. The lights remained. The cameras continued. Other celebrities followed, but something had shifted. The benchmark had been raised. Fans are still replaying the clips. Analysts are still dissecting the look. commentators are still debating whether this marks the beginning of an entirely new era. One thing is clear, Korea did not just witness a fashion moment today, it witnessed the evolution of an icon. And if this is only the beginning of what Jungkook plans to reveal this year, one cannot help but wonder, what could possibly top this? What will happen the next time he steps into the spotlight? Are we prepared? Because if today proved anything, it is that when Jungkook walks onto a red carpet, he does not simply attend an event. He creates history.